And welcome back. Last session, the crew of the Black Waltz scoured the aftermath of the Black Sands Rest and learned their assassins were stitched from black glass and gilded thread, rune-branded with a necrotic chill that felt otherworldly in some aspects. Desmond took a moment to seize a black glass blade while Azric's Knoll Aetherstone began to drink some of the corpse's fading aether. Alden Cray quietly pocketed a golden ring etched in celestial that turned out to be a coin, calling it evidence, which set everyone on edge. Azric visited Marivel, who tearfully claimed Emmerich Voss had been stillborn and taken by the senior Triarch Darian Quell. A watcher slid past her window, and later, with Joran's help, Marivel was moved to the Hall of Fallen Embers. That night, Azric reached the Maw and was told to hunt a marked soul sleeping within arm's reach, veiled by divinity, and to beware of one who walked with the gilded flame. Tarhuk was seized by a vision of Aurelius, warned against a false dawn and branded with the sunburst of the god that he worshipped. Sorry, I fucked that up. It's not a god, guys. It's an Aeon. They're the same, but different. Downstairs, Sai's Call to the Dead drew a beautiful predatory presence that marked her with a writhing gilded thread. In prayer, the Night Mother revealed other threads, crimson threads of fate, beginning to wither and turn gold. A gilded child of old sin reaching for a vault where night was bound. As dawn crept over Delphang, the crew resolved to face the Triarchs and follow the threads to whoever hid behind this gilded light. So, as you all find yourselves coming to consciousness on this new day here in Delphang, in an empty tavern that you managed to not burn down throughout the night, what are you guys doing?
Good question.
Yeah, that's why I asked it.
Well, first of all, at least Tarhuk is going to, get up from his bed and, and basically leave the room.
Darian is still
Trying.
in his bed, sleeping like an absolute freak.
He's
Tarhuk
naked.
glances back at Darian.
Wait. Can you expand on what it means for you to be sleeping like an absolute freak?
Oh, no.
He is fully sideways. Legs aren't bent in weird ways that surely cannot be comfortable. Blankets practically just balled up. Pillows on the floor. He's snoring a little bit. Clearly very asleep.
Devil's advocate. Side ways? How about side words? Because, upwards, downwards, sidewards. Why is our vocabulary the way it is in English? It's so fucking weird. Also, if you ask somebody in this game, it's pronounced pilos. I don't know why, but I'm just firing shots at this point. All right.
Why the fuck am I catching strays?
One day you don't catch strays.
True.
Because you're super weird about pilos.
Pilos.
Wait, really? Francis Pilos?
Yes. Pillows, decorative pillows, bed pillows, couch pillows, pillows.
Sorry, everybody. English is her second language.
Third.
Her first language is being amazing. Okay. So.
Yeah.
Coming to consciousness. What are you doing, Tarhuk?
Well, seeing as Darian's still up and we do need to get moving, Darian is gonna wake the freak up. Darian. Darian. Darian.
Still asleep.
Druk pokes him as if he wasn't like dead.
No.
Darian. We need to get a move on.
Time is it?
Early enough.
My chest hurts.
Is that so? Are you in pain? Do you need healing?
No. I'll be fine. Desmond patched me up pretty well, but oh.
Oh, is that why I also feel a kind of a sting? Probably side effects. Nothing to worry about. Well, Staria, let's wake up the others and see if we can talk with Azrik about our next move.
Alright. Darian slides off of the bed onto the floor.
Well, that is one way to wake up, but I admire your spirit.
He is very clearly on the verge of passing back out.
Well, Mr. Hook's gonna try to wake up the others.
Dai is already awake. She's taking a bath.
Trahuk does not know that, Sai.
The Hook does not know that.
And he doesn't knock on doors.
The Hook just barges in. Oh boy.
Riven continues on.
Yeah, the Hook has always been Riven in disguise. No, that should be worse. Never mind.
Guys ever think it's not the player, it's the character? Or you ever think it's not the character, it's the player?
Oh god.
Wow.
The only thing stopping him is a single canal.
Well, Tarhuk will remember this. Which, actually, case in point, Tarhuk just knocks on politely on this door. Well, actually, no, he would first go here. Wait, where is his room? Where is Desmond's room? Is it here? This one or?
Going right
Yes,
there.
yes,
Yeah.
it is.
That one. Okay.
The one that has the broken glass.
Like yes. All right, and he would look in. He doesn't see anyone in there, right?
No, there's
Apart
no
from
one
us,
in
Desmond,
there.
nothing. All right.
He was kidnapped.
Next stop. Knox. Desmond or Sai, are you in there?
What do you want, Taruk?
Well,
Sai
I just
sounds
wanted to see
pretty
if you were
hoarse
up.
this morning.
But I see that you
I
are
am
up.
now.
Well, good to hear. So once you're done, let's meet up with Asterik and discuss our next move. And good morning.
Fuck off. I'm trying to sleep.
Good morning to you too. Oh, and Desmond, thank you for patching me up. I really do appreciate it.
What day is it?
It's a day.
You're very helpful, Taruk. I'll be out in a minute.
I appreciate. And now, there's a size room, right? So he's gonna
Barge
Knock.
right in.
just barge right in.
I mean, well, you're currently knocking on the wrong door, so.
Yep. There we go.
So he's knocking on the door. How does he knock?
Yep. Just like a
With his hand?
with his hand, like a gentle knock.
Okay, so
Not like
like tapping on the door
Yeah.
more.
Yeah,
more like,
tap
okay.
at the door. Yeah.
I'm up. I'll be out in a minute.
All right. See, that is how Desmond should have told me, but he did not. Thank you, sir. And he leaves to join Azvik.
I was going to chuckle because Cedric talks to himself a lot.
He does. He's just lonely. There you go.
He's just lonely.
He's just a lonely boy. I mean, he is the op amongst everyone, so yeah.
I definitely need to do better at trap. Alright, we're gonna call it cool here just so everybody's on the same page. That was Blood in the Brine. 2, 4, 8, 10. Cool. It is the 23rd of Weirol. Like April for our months. Just so everybody's aware.
Let me bring up the
of
calendar.
What day it is.
Did anyone write that shit down?
I have it in my notes here, but I want to pull up the calendar just so I can see it.
Yeah, I also need to update the calendar because it's 20 years old.
Did it like have any like significant changes, like month wise and stuff like that?
I mean, days of the week shift with the days.
Got it.
It's okay, it'll be fixed
Okay, well.
momentarily. But yes, it is the 23rd of Weirol.
Okay, 23rd. Oh, we're gonna miss the Bloom Festival again. Disappointing. He's
Hazard's
gonna
already
stop by Adric.
downstairs.
Yeah, but Adric does not know that sadly. He's gonna knock.
I think that door was blown off.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yes, that door
Oh.
was blown off. There's nothing to knock on.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a door.
So Dirk tries to like, but he remembers like, oh, right, must still be sleepy, and he peeks in.
It was empty.
It
Dun
was
dun
mine.
dun.
The mystery is afoot. And Dirk's gonna be like, hey, he must be downstairs, and he
He's right in the fucking kitchen.
being the best pirate there is.
Alright. The new calendar's up now. The 23rd of Weirol is a Sunday. Okay. So, as you all rise and shine, and I assume Darian has fallen back asleep,
Briefly, yes.
briefly, you all begin making your way towards the lower level in preparation for your daily activity. Boop, boop. around for the most part. I mean, everything is quiet. You guys start hearing the sounds of dock hands and the like moving about outside the city, kind of coming a bit more to life with the bits of morning light that are coming through the canopy of ash and smoke that covers the Delphang sky most days. There is currently a sign outside showing that the inn and tavern is closed, so you guys kind of have the run of the place at this point in time. What does Azric do? Is Azric muted?
Azric was
He
connected.
totally was. He's eating, and he's not much of a cook, so it's more like whatever he finds that's already edible.
You're eating bread and cheese. Got it.
Yep.
There's some assortment of like some grapes and stuff that haven't gone bad yet, and as well as some other just variations of native flora and fruits and vegetables. But there's also hunks of cheese and bread that are cooked and can easily be acquired and eaten. So, finding your ways to food in whatever capacity that you guys can, you eventually all make it down into the lower levels. Is there anything that anyone needs to do privately upstairs with nobody watching? Nope. Okay.
Nope. Taruk did send a message already, right? Yeah, he did. Yeah,
Yeah,
I saw the message. Yep.
I got nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, he saw the message. He sent the message. Yeah. Okay.
I guess, Desmond, you
Yes.
have a sword.
Yeah, I do.
How are you carrying? You do not have the mechanisms in which to hold a sword at your hip or on your back or anything like that. You're just carrying this sword around.
This baby's in my coat. And this has already been established. Lots of pockets and other things in there. It's just, seated through a few pockets.
But you're wearing a new coat.
Nuh-uh. I'm wearing it over the other one. We never said I took off my old coat.
Okay, he's wearing double coats.
Yeah, that's
Two coats McGee.
Two coats
It is.
goats.
I already forgot what it is. April, essentially, right?
Essentially. Yeah.
Is Desmond not burning up?
Squirrel.
Oh no, it's hot. He is hot. He is probably miserable wearing two full coats.
To be fair, I've been sopping wet a lot the last few days.
This is true.
This is
True.
also like volcanic territory.
Damn, girl.
Okay, sorry, don't kink shame me.
God, Desmond over here wetter than Darian's eyes.
Whoa.
Oh,
I might be sopping, but I'm not.
That's pretty wet.
Gushing. But no, I will have to make a trip to some type of like leather work or someone who can make a sheath for it.
Yeah.
But in the moment, it's currently up against my body, but it's in my like coat.
Okay.
And I kind of have it wrapped up in like some kind of cloth.
Sure. Just also remember, this is a long sword, so
Yeah, I know.
it doesn't have. It's not a finesse weapon, so you can't get sneak attack with this weapon.
That's fine.
Okay. I just want to make sure you're fully aware of the capacity of the weapon.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Alrighty. So you all begin congregating. Azric is nowhere to be seen, but you hear Monchin in the kitchen.
I wonder who could that be. And Turk tries this. He's gonna enter back to see who is mentioned.
Yep, you do find Azric. He's currently eating food.
Luke?
Oh, Azric. Azric? Didn't expect to see you there. I thought you would be, well, out there.
Probably eat while we have the chance. Figured I'd help myself.
Anything tasty or edible?
There's bread and cheese.
Oh,
Some
that is
fruits.
enough. That is enough for me. I am no cook, so as long as it's edible, I will be able to eat it.
Same.
Since we have that coming as well. He smiles as he prepares his hearty breakfast, quote unquote, with cheese, bread, and fruits.
Should probably let the others know at least.
Oh, that is true. How?
Probably eat the fills well before we get on with the day.
If anyone needs to eat, there's plenty of cheese, bread, and fruits in back, and Azric is there as well.
Is there anything back there that can be cooked?
I didn't check, so I just walked
I'm
back.
ask-
Oh,
Asking the DM.
Oh. I wanted Terhook to make a roll to see if he knew anything about
no,
food.
I can make the roll.
Hey, I'm
Yeah.
fine with that
Yeah,
too.
I'm fine as well.
Terhook, make a survival check for me.
Oh,
Wait, Terhook,
alright.
do you know... Wait, first of all, baseline. Does Terhook know anything about cooking?
Um,
I
So-
figure the food at your temple, at the Temple of Aurelius, is probably pretty, like, hard tack, like just bread and cheese and occasionally
Yeah.
potatoes. So I don't...
it's the
Just you tell me.
basics. So like, he would have received some sort of training when it came to like wild cooking basically, but it wouldn't be like good cooking, if you know what I mean. It would be like the basics,
It'd be more like,
Meat on-
identifying which food or which like plant life can be eaten and how to boil
Exactly.
it to where it's edible. All right, roll a
Correct.
survival check with disadvantage for me.
Yep.
There's nothing in here that can be cooked.
There is nothing in here that can be cooked.
Really?
At least from what I've seen. Aye.
Sai, at
I mean,
first
you did tell
glance,
her.
Push past him. What do I do?
Sai, at first glance, there's plenty of things in here that can be cooked. There's fruits, vegetables.
That's the second time in 2 days.
meats. There are some dried meats. There is a cold cellar to the back area, where a cellar in a kitchen is probably a cold cellar that has meats that are more fresh than
Okay, yeah. Sai is going to go see if she can source some eggs and bacon.
yeah, within the cold cellar there's racks of cold meat and other produce as well.
Okay, Sai's going to make a really nice breakfast.
Oh, she's taking Desmond's job. It's crazy.
Desmond cooks for himself, not for other people, and he only does that when he wants to.
Counter to that, you did make a granola bar and shove it in, or a protein bar and shove it in Darian's mouth.
To be fair, I had to. He was kind of stunned.
You mean you had to?
It's like, oh, yeah,
I mean,
you're
he
gonna
had
like
to.
this.
Didn't you enjoy the protein packed, beautiful snack bar?
That's usually the kind of thing people like to enjoy on their own terms.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
why I
saying.
made it for me.
All right. Can
Right.
you roll a survival check for me, please? Man, I almost said the wrong name. Sayadar.
Can I be with advantage because her mom taught her how to cook?
I don't know. Your mom was a pretty shit cook.
Bullshit.
Sure.
I mean, with the rules from the last campaign.
No, she always cooked. She always cooked
Yeah.
good. We always ate.
Can she roll for advantage just because she's basically your mom?
Yeah, just because she is Mabra.
That's the twist. She's secretly Mauro.
Oh my fucking god.
It's not a secret.
Well, that's the worst kept secret, but yeah.
You know what? I actually can't make today's campaign. I'm going to go home. Bye. I've got all these spoons in my
So
way.
not only is she taking my job in cooking, she's also taking my other actual job in the fucking group. I'm the one that doesn't make cooking.
You make a very serviceable breakfast for anybody who wishes to enjoy and
Serviceable.
partake. So, as breakfast is made and passed out to everybody, you'll have time to eat and gain your bearings. What are you guys doing today? What is first on your docket of things to do?
Probably to head to the temple.
I need to get a sheath.
You got it through your coat. You're fine.
I might
Let
need
me
new armor.
rephrase. I'm going to go find a sheath.
I might want to
Bug
find more
I'm
armor.
getting hunted down.
More armor?
Or better armor, rather. Because my current set has been torn through by a shadowed blade the night prior. So
This is true.
I mean, if Desmond is communicating his need to go to like a leather worker,
I'm not just gonna get up and leave, so yeah.
I'll come with you then.
Oh, great. And now I can add on babysitting to my list of things today.
I mean, I know the town pretty well. How is there like a path we could take that would get these things done on the way to our goal?
Yeah, I mean, kinda. So let's go here. What I said kinda, I should have said no, not really. So, if we look here on this map, this up here, this building label number 10 is the Triarch Hall. Is that where you're wanting to go, or are you wanting to go to the temple here?
The temple where my mother's at.
Okay, so that temple is here. The main market area is up here. So you could go to the temple and then go to the market. You guys are currently here.
So we can take a little bit of a roundabout path, but we should stop at the temple on the way to the market. From there, market, then the Triox Hall, and after that we'll figure it out.
Counterpoint. I go to the market with the bunny man. You guys go to the temple for your mother, and then we just meet up afterwards.
Except
Are
if
you
you get
gonna make
attacked
him
at the
buy something?
market, you're most likely going to die. We get attacked
but-
when we go to the temple, we're most likely to die. If we stay together, we're most likely to live.
I really don't want to walk around with a long sword in my coat all day. So I'm gonna go.
Fine,
Ugh.
go die.
This sounds like a horrible idea.
He's gonna get lost.
He'll be
Eh,
fine,
Just-
right?
It's just like every other back alley I know in the world. Can't be that bad.
Can't be that big of a town. At least not a scary one, right?
I could tell
The
neither of you have ever
pyroclastic
been to
flows
Zahan's
are
Landing.
everywhere.
Darian says this as he opens the door and a spear slams into the front of the door and a small child goes, "Sorry, mister. I'm just practicing my target practice."
It's all right, lad. Good throw. See, everyone's here so nice.
All right. So, for DM sanity, you're gonna split the party evenly.
Yeah, 4 and 2 is pretty even.
Yeah, it's pretty even.
It's kind of even, yeah.
That'd be 3 and 2.
Yeah, that's what I was.
You can't get it any easier than 3 and 2.
Oh, I thought Desmond was going off by himself. Sorry.
No. It's me.
Oh,
and-
no.
I thought Darian was going with Desmond.
Yeah, I thought I was going with Desmond.
Cool.
Yeah, as Rick said, they said no, but you know, it's their call.
So we're all good. Okay, so Darian and Desmond are going to the Sulphur Market. The rest of you are going straight to the temple.
Yep.
Okay.
That is correct.
You'll be able to travel partway together if you so choose. Unless Desmond and Darian are just exploring along the way.
Love exploring.
I mean, even if
I
you
do
weren't
happen-
into exploring, you'd have to do a little bit of wrangling Darian anyways. Just, you know.
Okay. Okay. So, as you all part ways, leaving the Black Sands Rest, you head northward up the main steps before splitting off to go after your separate targets. Two of you going to the Sulphur Market, and the other three going to the Hall of Fallen Embers. Who do we want to follow here first? I'll leave that up to you guys.
It's gonna take us a little longer to get up to the market, so I might as well do them.
So,
Sounds good.
Azric, Sai, and Terhook, as you all move with a purpose, Azric, you very well know your way around this city. You wind your way up the many different streets, cutting through a couple alleyways. A few people notice you on your way and wave, recognizing you. Others give the other two slightly uncomfortable looks. Before winding and finding your way to the... you guys aren't stopping or doing anything on your way, correct?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, no, I don't think
We're
so.
on a mission.
So, you all find your way to the Hall of Fallen Embers. As you come in, there's an immediate onset of heat, like you are standing next to a pool of magma, because this building is built on top of a pool of magma. Within this
That's
shrine is widely the worship of the Night Mother and her vassals, of Morthal, Noxara, and why can I not remember my other Night Mother vassal? Noxara, and we're getting there. This is why it's good to have this encyclopedia up. Encyclopedia. And Feloria. But primarily to worship Morthal, as he is the one who ushers the dead to their final resting realms. And you all come into the main entryway. There are offering bowls on either side of the interior doors, as well as a small fountain, but you do feel the radiating heat within this building.
So
Okay.
this is what it looks
An interesting place. Feel free to look around if you must.
So, as you enter in, you see the main worship area, a number of pews, as well as some members of the clergy currently sitting and praying. You see the glow of the magma from the interior chamber through these stained glass windows that kind of paint the room with a wet red glow. And you see your mother sitting in one of the pews, currently reading through some sort of novel or book.
Mother, seem at least comfortable.
She turns to look upon you and she goes, "Oh, my dear son, I am so glad to see that you're okay. Well, there was no other intrusions into the Black Sands rest last night, I hope."
No, nothing else happened.
And that's very good. I'm glad you're all right. Did you bring any of your friends with you?
They're behind me, most of them. Few went to the market instead this morning.
You sent your friends to the market by themselves. That seems rather dangerous.
It wasn't my choice, unfortunately. Some of
Right.
them are a little bit harder to persuade that it's better to move as a group.
Well, I hope for them great safety. If any
That is very sweet of you.
if any trouble comes from it, I'm sure Joran will handle it.
It's my hopes as well.
So, what brings you here today?
Just coming to check on you before we head off to the Triox Hall. You're okay, correct?
Yes, I am doing well. No complaints. I mean, the beds here are not the most comfortable compared to what I have at home. But Edrin has done her best to keep me as comfortable as possible, given the circumstances.
Well, that's good at least. Understand it's not comfortable here, but you know that weren't exactly in a good position last night to make sure that you stayed in your own bed.
I appreciate the aims to keep me safe. It is nice to see that you still have that urge, even as an adult, that you did as a child. You know, he would try to protect me from every ne'er-do-well who came into the tavern, thinking he was some sort of mighty adventurer.
That's so.
Yes, but sadly he never really stood a chance against, full-grown adults, although he did catch a few things on fire in the process.
Well, it's always the thought that counts the most.
I would tend to agree.
Anyways.
Anyway, sorry, yes, I am a rambling mother, reminiscing about your childhood. My apologies for being so out of line. Anyways, as you can see, yes, I am very safe. And Edron has provided me with this book. I borrowed it from her personal collection. And
So nothing strange or anything unusual last night?
I mean, past the occurrences at the Black Sands Rest, nothing strange that I have noticed. Edron hasn't warned me about any intruders either.
That is good.
But when will I be able to go back home?
Shouldn't be too much longer, Mother.
I hope not. I mean, you know how life is here. Every day that the Black Sands Rest is closed, we're losing patronage and losing money.
No. The plan is to get you back home shortly.
Right.
But we just have to make sure that everything is safe first. But like I said, it shouldn't be too much longer. Once we venture off to the Triarch Hall today, make sure everybody knows what we know and that we have extra guards watching the rest, then it should be fine.
So you're going to visit with the Triarchs today, then?
Yes.
Yeah, please don't cause too much trouble for them.
We won't.
Alright, well. If there's anything I can do, please let me know. I am happy to help in any way possible.
We'll keep that in mind, Mother.
Thank you so much for your kindness. As he lowers his head.
Your name is Terhuk, correct?
That is correct, madam.
I'd be careful. Some people might take that as like a backhanded insult, like you're trying to insult them thanking people for their kindness here is kind of like, how do you say, what? It is like when somebody does not open door for you, and the door slams in your face, and then you open the door, and then you say, "Oh, thanks for getting the door for me, asshole."
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, so I would be careful with that. These people
I
are very
shall-
gruff and serious, and please and thank yous aren't necessarily welcomed in the most part.
I shall keep your words to heart.
I'm sure you will start fitting in just fine very soon. So, did you need to speak to Edrin, or I think she is in the worshipping chamber?
I'll speak to her briefly before we head out.
Very well. Well, don't insult her.
I'll try my hardest not to. Well then, goodbye, Mother.
Yes, goodbye, and
Be back
please be
later
very
today.
safe.
We're not responding to that. We're not gonna be safe. You know that.
You
I
and
kind of do
Tokyo
want to
drifting
respond
the
to that.
whole way there.
I wave at her.
Sai's like, yes, I'm definitely gonna respond to that.
Yep.
Alright.
I wonder if you know how they live in Tokyo.
All right, that's as much as we can do without copyright infringement. So,
Yeah, yeah. No. I think we're good still.
family.
Shit, that crossed the line.
Yep, I would definitely copyrighted.
Walking into this main chamber in here, you guys are hit with the full heat of this lava pool that has been used as the center for this temple of worship, and you see a massive statue.
Dang, that statue is massive.
Hey guys, that statue
It's
is
massive.
massive.
It's a massive.
And you see a leopard woman who is currently kneeling at the base of the statue on this path, and seems like she is praying as you all enter. Azric, you would recognize this as Edrin Coil, the blind priestess of the Hall of Embers.
Enderin?
Is that Azric?
One and only?
You know, I may be blind, but your voice carries a cadence so brash.
One only a mother would love.
And she does. Made that clear. She didn't stop talking about your arrival since the moment she stepped in this temple. So I gave her a book to read.
Well, just shows that you know her very well.
Well, yes, I mean, I was catering these halls even when she was a child. So I would hope that I would know most of the residents here fairly well, though I do hear footsteps I do not recognize. Who do you bring with you this morning?
Just a couple members of my crew. This is Sai and Tahook.
It is a pleasure to
That-
make both of your acquaintances.
The heavy footsteps that sound like the, don't care about the sounds they make and would wake up children is Sai. The quiet one's Tahook.
roll a deception check.
Hold on. I have a reason.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Terhook was raised to be quiet. Like, he was a crow. He should probably be the quieter one. Sai was raised with a silver spoon.
You're right. Sai is a bratty princess. I agree. She does stuff everywhere.
All right. Glad that I got that cleared up.
Everyone on the same page here?
Yeah, makes sense.
No.
Now, this is the part where Luca tries to say, like, I'm Mavra's daughter, and I was trained to be quiet. Mavra wasn't that quiet either. I distinctly remember Mavra rolling natural ones on multiple stealth checks. Any rebuttal, Sai?
Nope.
This is all going to come back to bite us all in the ass.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Definitely is.
On the other side of things, also, Terhook has spent the last however many years in a temple being trained to be respectful of holy sites and making sure that he is fulfilling his duties as a paladin and worshiper of the Aeons. So he probably walks softly in places of worship in general.
I am still going to roll deception, though, because let's be honest, Azric probably is not paying attention to their footsteps enough to actually tell her which one's the loud one.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to roll for her because her passive is definitely higher than that.
Jeez.
She kind of smirks, and you hear a little bit of a laugh beneath her breath. Well, it is much appreciated for you to come to our place of worship, and it has been so long since you have been here for service, Azric. Please sit down with me and pray. You two are also welcome to join us. I don't know what aeons you devote yourselves to, if any, but Morthal will be the one with us all at the end.
Walk over to the other side of her and give a little prayer.
As Taruk gets down on his knees and gets a little prayer as well. Though without relish in mind, but yes.
Oh, I suppose we should probably get to the more important reason of why I'm here. Just wanted to make sure that you was completely filled in on what's going on. Aye, that is correct. That is correct. And hopefully, after today, we can put an end to this, but it might take a little bit more time than I hope. No, Mother's not exactly happy away from the Black Sands Rest, but we can't exactly have her in danger either. It was fairly clear that they were after her. Is not. I know it displeases Mother, but you're also well aware of why I had to leave. And let's just say the family's legacy is not over yet. I appreciate it. Just a good word for me with Morthal every once in a while. Maybe a little bit of luck will be on my side with you praying for me. And I'll continue.
Well, I mean, Sai is the most spiritual one here. Truk smells a little. Oh, giving Sai a look. But I do follow Aurelius, and I do try to stick to his tenets.
Well, Aurelius is powerful. There is no doubt in that. Just make sure you are not turning away from the darkness just because you are showered in the light.
I should keep that in mind, yes.
Very well. So, you now know what I know. Is there anything I can help you with to ensure that you are able to succeed in your journey?
Just one question.
Of course.
You noticed anything odd from anyone around town? Got a little tip, I guess I would call it. How to put this? I'll just spit it out, I guess. Got a little tip that there's someone to watch out for, but we don't know who. They tend to write in riddles, so to speak.
They
Something
write
about
in riddles?
5 chains, 5 keys, another walking with the gilded flame. Not all who burn shine. Took it as somebody more clerical, paladin, I don't know, but is a wolf in sheep's clothing, so to speak.
There are few aeons that I would describe as having gilded light or anything of that sort. I mean, Aurelius, possibly, maybe the lawbearer, but other than them, you end up going much down a darker path. Possibly this riddle speaks of Verena, the gilded temptress. She weaves gilded threads within people's hearts to drive them to make deals of some sort. But oftentimes
I took
benefit
it-
her far more than they benefit whoever she is granting the boon to.
Took it more as the possibility of a person lurking around us that was misguided.
I am not discounting that. However, this divine whatever it is that is veiling this person from your view very much could be Verena. Though she is not aligned with the other Aeons, she is still a divine power, and so whoever you may be looking for is most possibly enacted some sort of deal with her to hide from your sight. As far as
You know-
strange... Sorry, go ahead.
Now, continue.
As far as strangeness going on around here, nothing in recent times. I mean, there have been a multitude of visitors, but we get visitors from time to time. There was a man who showed up, not in recent memory, but despite how strange he seemed to be upon his arrival, he seemed to take in with the locals very well and has now become a triarch. And that is Alden, who helped bring your mother here. And you know how we all are oftentimes off-put by outsiders. But even then, it didn't seem like he was here for ill intent by any means.
He worries me as well.
In what capacity? Has he done
Yes.
something to off-put you?
He's just got a bad vibe about him, and he's acted a bit odd around Tahook and the rest of us. It's one of those things that I just can't quite ignore.
Well, fair enough. But don't go jumping to conclusions. Like I said, we all were off-put by him at first, but he stepped up around here, and after a bit of time, it was hard for any of us to judge his intentions as anything other than pure.
Understood. Well, I appreciate the information. If I hadn't talked to you about it, I'm afraid that I might have jumped to conclusions a little bit sooner than I probably should have.
What? It's not like you were going to storm the Triarch Hall and murder him in cold blood.
Right.
Right?
Wouldn't have murdered him in cold blood. I'd have at least confronted him first.
Well, you are known around here for making scenes, Ezric. It might be good if you're going to the Triarch Hall to show that you have matured a bit.
Well, glad to see that my reputation's still the way it was when I left.
Well, many of us thought you were dead. I didn't. In many of my prayers to Morthal, I got the feeling that you were still around there somewhere. I'm glad that I was correct.
Well then, we should make off. We should probably link up with the other two before we head to the Triarch Hall. And who knows what those two gotten themselves into in the time being.
Probably have bought something, and Veth'Arden will be the one suffering for it.
That, Desmond's put poor Darian to work again.
I wouldn't be surprised. Well, thank you for your time. As he actually goes to the side real quick, so I think Azric walk.
Okay. So, jumping a little bit back in time, we will find ourselves with Darian and Desmond. Double D's.
Hell yeah.
All right, quick
Hell
question,
yeah.
DM.
Yeah.
Can I use my I know a guy system to have an in with an information broker system?
Like, you know, an information broker here?
More like I've used the information broker, like the entire system across like the place, so I know how to identify like any of their agents in a city.
I would say that I would prefer, like, if you're saying that you know a guy somewhere else who has tipped you off about how to find a guy here, then I would just make like a bare minimum. I know a guy, like spend the bare minimum points of, you know of a guy here, but you're not like friends by any means or anything like that. You just
So
know
what I'm trying to
of
do
him.
is more like I'm trying to use like the basis of like my underworld healer with like an I've know a guy, as in like I've met like information brokers across like the like just like the continent, and like I know of like different organizations and where I could possibly find some. Like more like just more information of like the underworld, and like I have one that I frequent is what I'm trying to say.
Right. So okay, here's where I'm getting confused.
Okay.
You're saying you don't know a guy here, but you're saying you want to use your experiences to be able to find the black market area here?
Kind of. So what I'm saying is I want to use an I know a guy to post or to make one and like post like I've known for a longer period that like has an organization across the continent that I could use that connection, like I have like a brooch or something, or like I understand where they might be working at because like hey, they always like in most cities they have like an MO, right?
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to do.
All right. So let's do this. What is this organization called?
Let's think up a good name for like a organization.
What? So I guess what kind of they're information brokers?
Yeah, it's pretty much like it's not really like they're just general information and or like places that I normally go to get jobs. So it would be like a for me it would be like it's like hey, what's like the general like scope of the city? Who are the people I need to look out for? Like that type of thing. Like not like a guild or anything, but like more of like a um just kind of like the control of like the underground. Like who is like the people that I need to be aware of, right? Like I just normally buy generalized information like that. And I do this at every city I go to because I do travel a lot. And this is how I normally keep myself like out of trouble and or like employed slightly. That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay. So you're looking for this is an organization of black market concierges, like people who just tell you about the city that you're going into.
Hell yeah!
Okay.
I love concierges.
We need to come up with a name for them.
Let's do it. What kind
How
of name
about-
should we go for?
Well, it should be something nondescript. So how about like the Porters?
I'm down with the porters.
Okay. So what is this guy's name? He works with the Porters. That
Let's
you
go
know.
fucking random name generate this. Hmm. Sorry, I'm also trying to bring up some more background stuff for it. I was thinking about it while I was like listening to them, and I did write some things, but not a lot. You guys finished a lot faster than I thought you'd. Should we go with like a code name or like an actual name? What do you think?
I mean, whatever name you come up with is probably not the real name.
Sure.
But they're supposed to be nondescript. They probably post up in like inns and stuff and act as like actual concierges, or like in general stores as like servers and stuff at restaurants, like nondescript, and they just call themselves the Porters. They probably wear a small nondescript pen or amulet of some sort that denotes them. You probably recognize like scratched markings on the corners of buildings where a porter is currently working. That would probably be the identifier of where you would find a porter specifically.
Okay. And they're just gonna have some random ass name then. I'm just gonna go with like the person I know is like some lady I helped at one point, and she's like the one that introduced me to the thing. I'm gonna name her Kara. Why not? That sounds fun.
Kara with a K or a C?
C. Or what would it be? Oh, we can do K. I like K more now.
Kara?
Yeah, Kara. That'd be Kata, right?
Sure. This is Kara Triss. Her last name is Triss.
Okay, sure. Yeah, but so while we're on the way to the market, I want to see if there's like this type, or if any of the buildings have like this marking, so I can like head on in.
Alrighty, just a second. I gotta write this in my notes here.
I love you.
Alrighty, so the Porters, the concierges of crime. All right, as you and Darian split off from the rest of the group, stepping out of the Black Sands Rest, the bite of the ash-laden air kind of staining your skin. The streets of Delphang are a web once you start getting to alleyways and the like, but you know what you're looking for, and as each footstep crunches over the volcanic ground beneath your feet, you dart through alleyways looking at buildings. And Darian, are you just blindly following Desmond?
I mean, I'm keeping an eye out for my surroundings, but I don't know my way to the market.
Okay. Alrighty. So, following behind, you pass narrow homes built from black basalt and storm-beaten lumbers, windows shuttered tight against the morning ashfall. You see locals in soot-stained scarves nod silently, some of them giving you guys this kind of unsettled looks as you hurry past. You see the ridge looming over the city, like a massive black wall, a jagged face pulsing with faint, hellish orange veins far above. And the path widens before you guys, and you see what looks to be a medium-sized restaurant of some sort, not far from the market that you can see further down the road, and it's called the Ember Griddle. And you see on the corner as you're coming out of the alleyway the symbol of the porters carved into it.
Desmond, I thought we were going to the ladder workers?
We are. Just follow behind me, Darian, and whatever you do, don't get lost and keep your mouth shut. If anyone asks, you're my attendant.
Attendant?
Yes, very well. Follow on, come on.
I...
And I'm gonna make for the building with the marking.
Okay. Let's see here. Just want to get this over to you.
All right, let's look. Ooh, that's nice. Let me pin that.
As you come into the restaurant, you see it is a decent establishment as far as like how well it's built, and there are a few, probably 8 to 10 people seated around the interior of this venue. Do you have a pen with the porter symbol on it? Do you have a
Yeah, I would.
tattoo? Like, what do you have to denote your relationship with the porters?
So what I had would be like some kind. I'd have like a pin that I would keep inside of my jacket normally,
Okay,
and it'd be on the opposite side of like where my sword is.
gotcha.
It's like it's where it's not on the side with the prices because that's where like all the pockets and everything else would be. It's on the other side that I normally keep for like my own stuff and like my scalpels or anything else.
Gotcha.
Sorry, I'm reading over this right now. And then what was the symbol? Was there like any lines through it or anything or?
Yes, sorry. It was a vertical line crossed twice.
Got it. Yeah, I'm just reading through it. All right, and then are we at the building yet?
Yeah. As you enter into the establishment, like I said, there's about 8 to 10 patrons sitting around. There's a couple servers and a guy working a counter currently. As you guys kind of move in and take a seat, are you taking a seat in a corner? Are you like choosing a middle table? What are you doing?
As I'm coming in, I'd like to see if anyone immediately stands out as a porter.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an investigation check or a perception check. You can roll with advantage because you know exactly what you're looking for.
All right, let me roll that.
19. Yeah, you do see a. Sorry, is Kara the girl here, or is Kara the person you know from
No,
another
she'd be
city?
somewhere else. In one of the
Okay.
other cities. She's just the person who introduced me to the system.
Gotcha. You see a what looks like a leopard man, kind of like a Bengal tiger leopard,
Mhm.
who is currently serving food to another, serving food to one of the tables, and you can see his earring that he has bears the symbol of the porters.
I'm gonna walk over towards him, and I'm gonna state, "Do you have keys available?"
You just walk up to him and say, "Do you have keys available?"
Yeah, like get a question because like is he's obviously working something, right? Like he looks like
Yeah.
a worker there. Yeah, so I'd obviously to start there, or I'll be like, "Good morning. Like, do you have keys available?"
This is a restaurant.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, this is not an inn.
Oh, you just say that. Yeah, no, they're still gonna say that because that's one of the hash codes. So
Yeah. He turns to you. He kind of looks you up and down. Yes, I can be with you here in a moment. Please take a seat, and I will be right over to take your order.
I'm going to kind of look at him strangely, turn my head, and go, and just sit down, just because like that's not the responding match like phrase that I'm supposed to get.
Wait, did I put like a response phrase in there?
Yes, you did.
All right, let me see here.
It just says that you respond with a matching phrase. So if you look underneath ideals, it'll be like how one hires a porter, blah blah blah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the matching phrase for asking if somebody has keys would be
Sit the fuck
'cause they're
down,
not gonna-
sure.
they're not gonna say, "Do you have keys available?" back to you.
Yeah, I got you. I wouldn't understand like. I guess I'd have to. We can talk about it later. Then different codes I should have set up. Then we can just scrap that. I'll just go sit down.
Yeah, let's see here. These phrases are more for them to know that you are on the up and up than the other way around. But let's.
Got it. Okay.
All right, as you go and take a seat, it isn't too long before you see this tiger leopard begin approaching you. Right. So, you wish to make an order? Is that correct,
I do.
sir?
Looking to find some information.
Well, of course. What can I offer you off of our extensive menu?
Looking for some category ones at the moment, and then possible category threes, depending on what you can give me for category ones.
Well, very well. Let's see here. We'll start with the category ones. As far as gangs in this area, the place is pretty heavily patrolled and monitored, other than a few childish individuals who tend to circle around with each other. But I would be careful of the Emberkin. They're wayward souls who have overstayed their welcome. They primarily keep to the docks, but occasionally wander further in the city to cause trouble.
Would you happen to know of any group of assassins in the city at the moment? Particularly ones that use blades such as this, and I'd kind of just open up my side a bit so they can get a peek.
A blade like that is not too uncommon here in Delphang. Many of our weapons are crafted with the natural glass that is bore from the volcanic terrain, though that one does seem unsettling to say the least. There have been stories of shadowed individuals monitoring the greater parts of the city, but to my knowledge, they have only acted once, and that was just the night prior to this, but it appears you may be already familiar with that instance.
You would not be wrong, but if you wanted more information on that, I'd sure you would ask, and you know that offset the cost.
Right, I'm sure I can figure out and fill in the blanks on a few things, but mayhaps we can come to another arrangement later.
Of course. I'm always willing to make bargains with the porters, and you guys help keep me fed. Other questions. Would you happen to know a discreet black, like tailor, or not tailor, leather worker?
A discreet leather worker. Well,
Wouldn't
if you're-
exactly want to take in blade to a leather worker, especially if it's a assassin guild somewhere here that isn't very widely known.
Well, I will tell you this. If you're wanting work done on the down low, you'll want to go to you'll want to go to the shadowed halls. If you need a map to there, I'm sure I could scribble something out on a napkin for you. But
All right.
if you're just looking for normal wares and something that you can grab off of a shelf, then perhaps the sulfur market is better for you. It is a more public space, but it just depends on how willing you are to put yourself in the eyes of the public.
Not very at the current moment. Being attacked once is more than enough for me. On that note, what other types of tips can you give me to blend in a bit more here? I tend to see we stick out, and I'd rather not be attacked again.
Well, the first step would be to cover your face. No local here walks around without a face mask because they know how harsh black lung can be and gray lung can be. So, the first key to spotting a foreigner is somebody walking around without a mask coughing their lungs out. Secondly, walk with a purpose. Don't say sorry. These people are harsh individuals. They live in a harsh climate. There's no room for sorries here. And sorries won't get you very far with the local authorities either. That giant man Joran always on the lookout with his little lackeys, patrolling the streets like some sort of militarized force. But you tend to stay out of his way, and he'll leave you alone.
And lastly, what other areas do I need to avoid? At least for the category ones that I want to ask about.
I would avoid the docks. If you start asking too many questions around the docks, you're going to get into it with the Emberken. And you don't want to mess with them or their boss, Gareth. He is well, he so says he's a pirate, but I don't even think he has a ship. But he found his way onto the docks somehow, and has called it his home ever since.
Is there any opportunities for a simple back alley doctor that I could make? Maybe offering my services places for either information or gold, and a quick up and up.
Well, that depends. You could probably barter your trade out to incoming ships. But for locals here, they tend to trust the temple and their own Kyrusians more than any outsiders. So
Both of us know that there's always the criminals that can't go to the temples, though. Particularly the ones that are in the out.
Yes, I agree. And like I said, that'd be more bartering yourself near the docks. And you could probably find work within the Shadowed Halls if you decide to go there. That is where most of the black market works in and around. It is a shadowed area within Joran's vision. He doesn't patrol there as either a deal was struck or some other margin of error within his view as far as the operations of criminal activity. Maybe he just decides to look the other way because they serve a purpose, but who's to say? I'm not going to ask the man. But you might be able to find work within those alleys.
Right. And you wouldn't happen to have any face coverings here that I could buy off of you, would you? Rather not stick out too much after leaving here. And if I'm going to be heading to that shadowed hall, I think it's going to be best that I keep my face covered and my attendant here.
Yes, I can get you some cloth face coverings. That shouldn't be too difficult. Now, is there anything else I can help you with, or will that be it for your order, sir?
As always, you guys are immaculate in your guys' work. If there's nothing else you think I need to know, and you guys are normally very good at this, I think that'll be all for now, and I can always come back if I need more. What do I owe you?
One last thing. Don't make waves with the Triarchs. They seem dismal and passive enough for who they are, but you've seen those who have crossed one of the Triarchs and they end up strung up in the middle of the streets at night, only to be found in the morning with no one the wiser.
I'll note that down. Thank you again. Your name was?
Right. Apologies. My name is... I totally have a name. Don't you worry about it. My name is Ratar. Ratar Varon.
Yeah, thank you, Veth'Arden. See me thy bill, and we'll be out of your hair.
Right. Well, that'll be 10 gold pieces, please.
I'll give him 20.
Well, much appreciated. I
For
hope
your
to do
discretion.
business with you again very soon, Mr.
It's best I don't say my name. You can just call me Doctor.
Very well. Pleasure doing business with you, Doctor. And your name is? He turns to you, Darian.
The attendant doesn't speak unless I tell him to. He's still learning. Mind his manners, sorry.
Anytime I can get free information, I will.
Eyes
Good at your
darting
job.
back and forth between Desmond and the porter.
I'm gonna put the face mask on and put one in, like, Darian's hands. Come on now, hide your face. It's not very good to look at anyways. We'll be off.
Right, pleasure doing business with you all.
And I'm just gonna kind of, like, wave as I'm leaving.
Darian looks very indignant as, or indignified rather, as he puts his face covering on.
As we've left the building, say nothing of this to the others. This is a secret between me and you, Darian. And if I find out they know, just remember I can always make my treatments harsher.
What am I not to tell them? That you have some sort of in with scary folks?
Not very scary. They just work the jobs that others don't desire as much. But come, we have to make for this hall.
Yeah.
I think we might find some.
Porters don't commit crimes. They just give other people the opportunity to.
Exactly. But I feel like we'll find what we're looking for there. Remember what they said. Don't look too meek. Or if you do, at least stick to me and look like you're, I don't know, glued to me and I can handle it. Come on.
Are you
Hey,
going to the
look at your
shadowed halls?
Wonderful
with
elbow
the-
princess.
I'm going to the Shadowed Hall, yes.
Okay. So following the little napkin map that he made for you, you guys end up in the shadowed halls. Pull you in here. Oh, that's Terhook. Don't want Terhook. What does? Weaving through a number of alleyways towards the no other way to describe this area other than the slums of Delphang, even though the greater part of the city isn't too prosperous in and of itself. You guys find yourselves to the main kind of central portion of the shadowed halls.
As we're here, I obviously know how to watch my own money. I would have warned Darian, either give his money to me or keep your hand very close to it at all times.
I will be keeping my hand close to my coin purse. I am not
Okay.
handing that shit off to Desmond.
And also, if anyone happens to bump into you, no, they didn't. They did that on purpose. You lost your money. Remember, if they can steal your money, that's on you.
Just currently using Para's
Right.
eyes Discord chat as
Yeah, it's great. I love it. I'm gonna enter in and I'm gonna take a quick gander of the area to see if there's someone that looks like they're a leather worker or might have something that could suit my designs.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
Oh, perception. Where are you at?
Should I make one as well?
Oh, damn.
Sure.
Let's see.
Ooh.
He's scared as fuck.
As you guys
Scared
enter
and
into
fascinating. Fascinated. Fuck.
Yeah, so deep within the shadowed halls, you guys find yourselves into the splintered section of alleys before you come into this main market square area. And you can see, like, the people of this city are pretty gruff in general, but you see some pretty dangerous looking individuals, as well as some individuals that you did not expect to see here. But there are definitely illicit substances just being traded within this market square. And Darian, I think you are probably very caught off guard by the amount of people here and the noxious fumes from illicit substances that are being wafted through the air. And Desmond, I think you were just overtaken with excitement over you are finally back where you belong in a black market area, and everything looks like something that you probably don't need but definitely want. These are your people.
Smells like home. Come on, Darian. Let's go make quick for this leather worker. And I'm gonna give people like a good berth, but still try and look around for them.
Yeah, eventually moving around, you get a few people who kind of look you up and down and kind of pass you by, showing a modicum of respect for at least seemingly having a purpose and moving with a purpose. Although immediately looking at Darian, who, I guess, Darian, what does it look like as you are following Desmond through this black market here in the slums?
Well, I'm following behind Desmond very closely.
Whenever I see someone giving him kind of like a look, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna knock Darian upside his head, mostly like to like a show of like this is like mine. I'm like, come on, we need to move with a purpose, or like some kind of like domineering tone to like show that he is my person, or like I have some kind of control over him. He doesn't really have any real say in this situation. So like they understand that I'm the person that they would have to like look at, and he probably has nothing of note on him.
Yeah,
So he doesn't immediately become a target to be pickpocketed.
as you keep on doing this, Darian just starts looking increasingly more pissed.
Yes, there you go, Darian. Finally starting to get it.
All right, a little bit of looking around and kind of gauging the atmosphere here. You find yourselves turning back towards around where you entered and being pointed towards this guy right here. As you see, kind of nestled along the cramped edge of this main market square, a halfling man who is very much kind of just a gruff presence in general, standing around 4'3", broad shoulders and ash pale skin, with kind of a smoky gray hair that is tied up in the back, and an uneven kind of graying beard as well. As you come up on him, he is currently stretching some leather over some racks. I'm sorry, can I help you? Or are you just window
sure.
shopping?
I was pointed your way by a helpful concierge. I was told that you may happen to have the wares that I am looking for. And seeing amongst your stock, perhaps you do. I'm looking for a sheath for a longsword, particularly one of black glass.
Well, I'm sure I can provide you with something. Do you have the blade that I may take its measurements?
You may, but you would happen to know I'd be remiss to hand over my main weapon in any place such as this. May I have one to hold while you have mine?
You want me to let you hold one of my blades so that you feel more comfortable with me holding yours?
Standard business operations.
I swear there's no trusting individuals nowadays. He
This is the first time I've met you, sir. But
he throws a dagger at your feet. There's my blade. Hold it for as long as you need. Make you feel nice and comfy.
I'll grab it, and I'll just very reluctantly put my longsword over there.
Roll a wisdom save.
My face is not happy. Fuck.
You cannot hand this sword over. You also take 6 points of psychic damage for trying to willingly hand it over. What's wrong, son? I gave you a blade to make you feel more comfortable. If you want me to properly craft you something that's going to hold your dear primary weapon, you're going to need to hand me it over so I can get proper measurements.
Cursed weaponry. You know how it is.
Cursed weaponry. I see. I wouldn't want to touch it anyway. Very well. And he kind of turns around and puts on some gloves. And then he picks up what looks like a large, kind of like quarter barrel, and opens it, and you just see a bunch of powdered substance in there, and he fucking shoves the gloves in there. Powdered lead, you know how it is. Can't be too safe in these instances.
You're very right.
And he pulls out some measuring tools. He's like, hold the blade aloft.
I'll do as he asks.
He starts measuring out the blade. When are you needing this sheath done by?
As soon as possible. I doubt it would be here too long. I could pay any expedite fees.
Well, it's just going to really depend on how nice you want it to look. If you just want a basic leather sheath, he turns over and opens a chest and pulls out a long sword sheath. That looks like it would fit. It's nothing to, like, brag home about, but it is a sheath that would probably fit your sword. If you're wanting something more custom and that would look more grand or draw less or more attention depending on your proclivities, that's going to take a bit more time.
Is possibly a scabbard that could help remedy some of the side effects. I know you might not be a specialist in this, but I need something that can at least be a good base for when I take it to a bigger city.
You want people to not know it's cursed?
Not exactly.
I could make you a
trying to have it-
lead-lined sheath. I mean, that would stop people from detecting that it's magic. At the very least. I think
that would do for now.
I don't think my expertise would expand to removing the curse by any means.
Oh, I don't look to remove the curse. More to make it so I have less possessive designs over it. It's starting to get annoying.
Well,
But I understand that that's not something I'm going to find here.
Yeah,
A
you're
lead-lined scabbard will do.
You're going to want to talk to a holy man about that.
I bet I would. As I kind of look around. Seems we were right out of them at the moment, though.
Well, you can find a holy man anywhere you look, if you look hard enough. There's people who believe in things that you wouldn't even think were possible. There's men and women in these hallowed halls, as some would to say, that claim they've seen beings from beyond our comprehension chasing them down the ways of this world and finding themselves here seeking solace within the ash and soot. And they end up never leaving. Don't find yourself being one of those people.
How much for the lead-lined scabbard, and how long would it take?
Just a basic scabbard that's lead-lined? Nothing fancy?
Don't need it. Never have.
Very well. Give me to the end of the day and I can put together something serviceable for you. And it'll cost you probably, we'll say, 15 gold.
And how much for a basic scabbard for me to use for the day?
And he kind of tosses you the one that he had showed you first. We'll say 1 gold rental fee. And when you return it, I'll knock off a gold for your cost for your final.
Let's call it 5. And mayhaps we'll be acquaintances. You do good work. I can see that from what I see here. What can you show me for my attendant here? His leather armor tends to be a bit banged up. And I need to get him something nice.
Very well. Name's Thalen, by the way. If we're gonna
Good to
become
meet you.
acquaintances, it might be better to be on a first name basis.
I'm Desmond, or you can just call me the Doctor.
The Doctor. And you are, young one. What is your name?
Guardian? Charmed?
Alright, well, step up here, Darian. I need to look at your armor that is apparently so in need of repair or replacement.
It serves me well enough. I like that it's light, but certain blades will just cut right through it.
Right, put your arms
If I
up.
could get something, I do so. I could
I'll
get
start
something just a little
taking
bit
you.
sturdier without hindering my movement.
Something sturdy that won't hinder your movement. Is that right?
Aye.
Well, what kind of armor do you have? Is it just normal leather?
It is normal leather.
Okay. We could get you some. Well, I can make repairs. I can tell you that right now. If you're looking for repairs, that's going to be your cheapest price. You leave the armor with me, 2 gold, and I'll have it fixed within the hour. If you're looking for new, sturdier armor, that's going to be a different thing altogether. I can get you some reinforced leather armor. Starting price 25 gold pieces for a used set. And if you're looking for something higher grade, then we're going to start getting a little bit more up there in price. So it kind of depends on what you're willing to spend for your protection.
When you say higher grade, what do you mean?
What do I mean by higher grade?
Aye.
Well, as we do sometimes here in these shadowed halls, we occasionally gain possession of items of non-standard means and methods. And those items oftentimes have non-standard attributes to them, if you get my gist.
I think I do.
I don't believe too much in willy-nilly magics, but I know for a fact some items function a lot better and do some pretty crazy shit if you use them the right way.
How much would something enhanced run me?
Let's see here.
I suppose the first question is, what can you do? What sort of enhancements can you do?
If I was going to repair your armor, I would repair it back to as close to how it was when you bought it. Well, I'm not going to take your current armor and turn it into one of my own creations. I make things myself. Now, here, a lot of people like to wear things that are going to protect them from the environments around us. As you can tell, it's pretty harsh around these parts. And so a lot of people like to wreathe themselves in the leather of the ash cloak, and they're large winged beasts that make the desolate, barren expanses of Zahin's Landing their home. Makes it real easy to get around in the soot and sand without being detected. That's what you're going to see most of the time around here. Now, if you're looking for something that I procured from a traveler or somebody else, I do have other things along those. But for things that I made myself, you're going to be looking at ash cloak leather armor or even ember thread clothing. which is very heat resistant clothing with leather lacing that can give you the protection of leather armor, but with much lighter weight frame and fit.
My ears are gonna kind of pick up like or perk up at like the mention of like the fabric. And you wouldn't happen to know anyone in this area that specializes in um, tailoring, specifically of the monster buy part or monster byproducts. Looking to find some nice shirts and other type of amenities that can help protect me underneath my nice coat.
Well, it sounds like you're one ember thread material. Now, I fancy myself a leather worker by trade, but I am myself a tailor as well. I do do my own clothing as well for Under Armour vestments. I do carry ember thread materials as well as create ember thread armor and wares. However, I will say, if you're looking for someone specific to tailoring, I don't know anyone within the Shadowed Halls, but there is a tailor who usually sets up out in the Sulphur Market, and they do pretty good work as well. But they can't cater to everybody, seeing as many criminals can't just openly show their faces within that market.
And of the enhanced variety,
Enhanced
which would I be better off
variety,
with?
Or you? What do you mean by enhanced variety? Are you talking about magical ember thread vestments?
Precisely.
I mean, I can make you baseline ember thread vestments. I do have some that we could adjust for fitting. They do give you some just standard improvements and attributes that the ember thread has in and of itself. Mostly in which ember thread vestments give you the AC of leather armor. However, you do gain resistance to heat from environmental sources, and therefore advantage on checks to resist exhaustion from intense heat. And then it also glows faintly when near lava vents, or fire-aligned aether.
And how does a fabric look under blood?
Under blood. Ember thread is a blackish material that has a red hue to it, so blood doesn't really show too much when spilled onto these vestments.
Would you happen to have a sampler?
Yeah, so he pulls out ember thread tunic, and you see
Something smaller.
In the shadow.
Like, I was thinking like a.
Yeah. So he does pull out this tunic. In the bits of light that come into this market square, you see this like iridescent red sheen over this black cloth material. Something smaller, and he pulls out what looked like a fucking 3-inch by 3-inch square of fabric.
That'll do. And I'm going to I would like take it with my my hand, and then I will like prick myself enough to get like a little bit of blood out, not a crazy amount, but just enough to like put it on there and see how it contrasts with the color, to see if it's super noticeable or not.
As the blood hits the fabric, you see it seeps into the threads, and you can barely notice it at all. Like if you get very, very close and look at it, you can find where the blood kind of has stained the fibers, but from even just a few inches away, you can't tell the difference between where you drop blood on it and where it is just normal fabric that hasn't been affected.
And does it absorb it, or does it like pierce through to the back and like I feel it on the back of my hand?
No, it does not pierce through the back. It is a very absorbent material.
Desmond's face is gonna visibly glow a bit. You obviously can't see because I have a face mask on, I'll definitely take a few sets. I've been needing a change of wardrobe.
And so you just want a full set of ember thread vestments?
I do. I happen to be covered in blood frequently because of my job. And it's better if it doesn't show.
Very well. Full set of ember thread vestments. I'll have to get your measurements. Now, is that going to be tunic, tunic, pants, and that's it? Or do you want gloves? Do you want...
How many sets
Cloak.
of gloves would you be able to make by the end of today as well? At
I
least made to
have-
wear.
I have most of these materials. It would take me a few hours to adjust them to your sizing.
Gets me a decent amount. Decent to other people is much less than I think. How many per glove would you be costing me?
I would say let's see here, a little bit of math. He pulls out an abacus. We'll say gloves will be 10 gold pieces per set. Tunic, 25 gold pieces. Pants, 25 gold pieces. For the whole bundle, we'll do 50 gold pieces for pants, gloves, tunic.
Agreeable.
Very well.
And then can you get me two sets of those gloves?
All right, then we'll call it 60 gold pieces total.
And for you, Darian, what have you settled on?
I think the little man had a question about some of the other items I had, maybe that I had picked up from travelers.
Hey, what have you got?
So I do have these. And he pulls out this very black leather armor, like pitch black leather armor. These are Shadow Binder leathers. This is magical leather armor. It gives you +1 AC in dim light or darkness. Creatures have disadvantage to perceive your outline while in dim light or darkness. And then while in dim light or darkness, once per long rest, you can meld into shadow, becoming heavily obscured and nearly invisible for 1 minute.
You got
And
anything else?
then I have these Stormhide leathers, crafted from a beast in the middle of the desolate, barren wastelands of Granheim. And I definitely remember the name of the Relvath Barons. This is also magical leather armor. Gives you resistance to lightning damage, advantage on saves, advantage on dexterity saves versus advantage on dexterity saving throws versus spells, and then reduces fall damage by 1d6. These are the only two that I currently have that would be considered aether infused.
So it was
I will send you.
it was yes, because I already forgot their names.
first one, and then where's my Stormhide leathers?
How much does these go for?
The Shadowbinder leathers are gonna run you 120 gold pieces, and the Stormhide leathers are gonna run you 140 gold pieces.
Oh. Hmm.
Then they both remember they're broke.
Ha! Joke's on you, I'm not broke.
I will leak. Look pleadingly at Desmond.
Really? You're gonna look at me for a loan?
It's not the first time that you've probably been a loan shark, Doctor.
Oh, it's definitely not. But I tend to keep business and business and personal out from each other. You know how it is. Don't lend money to family or friends because if you do, they're just gonna ask for more time and never actually pay because they think that they're owed that. No, no, no.
Come
Much better
on.
to keep it to other people. How short are you, Darian?
He looks to be about 5'8", 5'9", maybe at the most.
That's a pretty good one.
Wait, I thought I put in my character sheet that I was shorter than that.
He was making a joke.
Alright.
But yeah, no, how
anyway,
short are you, huh? You gonna tell me?
We've got 70.
So how much do you need, Darian? Math isn't hard. You should have been taught it. I said, how much are you short? Now, how much do you have?
Which one are you wanting?
Well, I'm still trying to decide.
You're either 50 short or 70 short.
Yeah.
Yeah. 50 or 70. I'm not sure which one to go with just yet.
50, 10%, 70, 20. My terms.
20.
Percent?
He's talking about
Um,
interest. For paying them back.
After how long?
It sounds like immediate.
I wouldn't say immediate. I'll just be garnishing your wages for a while. You're gonna need to play at a lot of taverns for me.
Oh, shit. I didn't even think about that. Darian.
Oh.
I
Yeah,
need
I was
you-
playing at
I need you to roll a d20 for me. Because you played at a tavern last night.
Yeah,
Because you rolled performance checks for it, so we're good there.
I
I need you
did.
to roll a d20.
Just a straight D20.
Yeah. 9. You made 90 gold pieces.
Ooh, never mind. That's coming in clutch.
Are you gonna try and get both, Darian?
I can only wear one.
Well, then which one are you getting? Seeing as how you found money magically in your pocket from last night, this is why you shouldn't drink while you work. It's unprofessional.
I play better after a drink or two. You know this.
No, I don't. Every time I've heard you play,
Oh.
my ears bleed.
There's no accounting for taste, I suppose.
No, literally, my ears bled the last time I heard you play.
Sorry, and just gives something of a just like a disappointed glare, almost.
Yes, that's the same look I had, except my ears were bleeding, and I was clutching my head.
Well, the other patrons seem to like it, so. Hmm.
Come on, hurry up so we can get this fine man get along with his work so we can come back later.
Hmm.
Unless you'd rather I leave you here.
No, 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 no.
I can't promise it'll still be here if you come back later.
Help me decide. The Shadowbinder leathers are a little more protective, but the Stormhide seems a little more my style, don't you think?
So, at this moment, Desmond's gonna look towards the leather worker and give him a knowing look that he's about to help him make some money. Come on, Darian. You never skimp out on protective gear. You only get what you pay for. Think about it. What would have happened if you'd had that fine one over there when we were in a last scuttle?
Which one are you pointing
I don't know. I
at?
wasn't paying attention.
Oh.
The one that's more expensive. I'm obviously trying to get you fleeced.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was not
I-
paying attention when you were getting your descriptions.
Hmm.
The Stormhide ones are the more expensive ones.
Yeah, the storm hides it. Those are definitely the ones I'm pointing at.
Hmm. Visually, what do the Stormhide leathers look like?
Visually, what do the Stormhide leathers look like? How to describe them? Saying he'd be right. Let me do this real quick. Yeah, there you go.
You know, I am kind of got a bit of a theme going to me.
Well, I'm gonna send you both of these, and then you can decide which style you like better. And these are my visualizations. So, like, you can decide, like, minute changes or whatever to make it better fit your style later, but there's like a style guideline for kind of the style that it is supposed to be based on, or that what I was imagining that it was. Just to you.
Because, like, I mean, these are both good. It's honestly just coming down to vibes.
Yeah, they are both good. Like the shadow binder give you the +1 to your AC, but the storm ones give you the resistance to lightning damage. Here, These are my two.
Which, hint,
visualizations.
hint, I do.
And advantage on dex saves against spells.
Yeah. You also
So
get
do I
the
wanna be-
advantage to stealth and stuff with the Shadowbinder.
This is true.
But
But
also,
with Stormhide, I can
you're a
also.
swashbuckler.
This is true. And I am kind of going for something of a wind theme, anyways. So.
I think I'll go for the Stormhide.
Oh, what a great choice.
All right, Stormhide leathers will be 140 gold pieces. I won't need to adjust them. They are aether infused, so they will adjust to fit you as needed.
Diane. Most of his face is still covered, but you do see his eyes light up.
140, you said?
140 gold pieces.
Aye, deal.
Very well. You are now the proud owner of these Stormhide leather. Yep. So those are studded leather, so you can change your armor type to studded leather. That'll give you a little bit of boost for your AC, and then you'll also have resistance
Yes.
to lightning damage.
And
you can
advantage
cast
on.
Advantage
Specifically
on dex saves
dex
versus
saves.
spells,
Yes.
and you will be able to cast Featherfall on yourself as a free action once per day.
Excellent.
And otherwise, you have reduction to your fall damage by 1d6 regardless. So, it lets you take, like a 10 to 20 foot drop without having to worry too much about the damage. Very Assassin's
Wait a
Creed
minute.
Black Flag style.
That sounds badass, so I am all in.
Yeah, it's just Assassin's Creed armor. It lets you do fucking eagle jumps and shit.
Hell yeah. I'm curious how, like, the fall damage reduction, is it like a d6 removed from fall damage when it is rolled, or is it a
Correct.
d6? I see.
And so, for instance, it's 1d6 fall damage is 10 feet. So every 10 feet, you do 1d6 fall damage. That doesn't mean it's going to be 6 damage every time. But this is going to reduce that by... Basically, you get a reduction of fall damage of 10 feet. So a 20-foot jump is now basically a 10-foot jump for you, so on and so forth.
I see.
Excellent.
And then if you have a fall that's really far, you just use the feather fall feature.
Is that... Right, okay, it specifies on myself.
On yourself. You cannot cast it on other people. It is specifically...
Right.
I made it specifically for somebody to be an Assassin's Creed character.
Nice. And for my commission, do you take half now, or any payments of any kind at the moment, or when I come and pick it up?
Yes, I'll take your... Let's see, for the clothing and the sheath, scabbard, it's going to be a total of 85 gold pieces. So if you want to pay half now, and then you can pay the other half when you come and pick it up.
I'll pay 45. Here you are.
Thank you kindly, Doctor and Darian. Darian, would you like to excuse yourself into my... And he kind of turns and you see a door in the building behind him. Would you like to change into your new armor in here? And I'll buy
yes,
your
please.
armor scraps off you for 1 silver piece.
It sounds all right. It's mostly fine. Mostly just the chest area that took a big hit.
Well, that is the area most people are worried about protecting.
That's true.
I mean, you can keep it if you need to,
Nice.
but I was just offering if you wanted to get rid of it here and now, we could talk about price. I mean, I am going to have to patch it pretty heavily with the damage on there.
Or, I mean, the back's fine. You could use it for scraps.
Fair enough.
Up to you, I suppose. Not like I'm gonna get much use out of it like this.
Well, fair enough. Well, why don't you go change, and then I'll take that off your hands, and I'll have the rest of your wares ready probably within, I'd say give me a couple, 3 hours, somewhere around there. If
Easy
that
enough.
sounds suitable for you and your compatriot.
We'll be back.
I hope so. I mean, you just paid me half of the money. If you never came back, I'm not going to say I'd be worried, because I just got a free 45 gold pieces, but I would hope that you would come back to get the rest of your wares. Very well. So, Darian, you get changed. He starts getting to work on adjustments for the clothing that you're wanting. Desmond, and where are you guys off to next? Meeting up with everybody else?
There's doesn't seem to be any type of place, like, it doesn't look like anyone here is gonna need healing. It doesn't seem like a type of place where I can like post up and like get jobs done, unless it's like tending to old wounds, right?
I mean, you could ask around.
At the moment, I don't think that's necessary. Not going to make more of a profile for us, especially with Darian here. If I was by myself, it'd be different.
Right.
All right, Darian, let's get you back.
Darian, as you put on this new armor, it is much bigger than whoever wore this last was a much more imposing figure than you. But as you are donning it, you're starting to shrink, and for a minute you get scared and worried that it's going to start shrinking too much, but it stops, and this is the most perfectly fitting set of clothing that you have ever worn. It has a hood, and most of the time you stray away from hoods because of your ears, but as you pull the hood up, now there are 2 holes where your ears can go through.
Ooh. That's nice. It'd be nice for the rain.
Darian is very pleased with himself.
Oh, come, Darian. Let's go see if we can't find the others. I doubt they expected us to come here.
I should get back to the others.
All right. As you two begin making your way to meet up with the others, we're going to take like a quick 5-minute break. I need to use the restroom. We'll be right back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. So, Darian and Desmond, you guys are done here in the Shadowed Halls.
Unless there's nothing else like that we're gonna do before like the nighttime, like, and we're not gonna sit here unless Darian wants to sit here and play. Do you want to play, Darian? Well, you can roll for it. It'd be funny. You could we could kill time here for 3 hours and have you play music.
I'd like to play somewhere where I'm more positive I won't get stabbed if I flub a note.
Then yeah, no, we're definitely leaving.
Okay. As you guys wind your way back through the alleys and streets, finding your way to the main steps of Delphang, you find yourselves walking into your other compatriots as they're exiting the Hall of Fallen Embers.
Fancy meeting you guys here.
I hope you didn't get yourselves into trouble.
Trouble?
Not trouble. We did make some purchases though.
And I will sort of flaunt the armor just a little bit. Little spin.
And I made a commission. I had to go pick it up before the night is over.
Well,
And I'm
glad
also
to see
wearing my
that
sword on
it's
in the sheath now.
Well, seems that you two are busy and your trip was fruitful. Glad to hear it. And it looks really good on you, Darian.
Thank you, thank you.
Also, we're gonna need to get you guys some face masks. Apparently, that's one of the reasons why we were standing out.
Well, that would make sense.
Didn't we all mask up before we entered the city? Like on Azric's warning, so we didn't get Greylong?
You did, Sai.
Yeah.
Oh.
Everyone else like, no. Sai's the only one that behaved.
Greylong sounds like it sucks.
Greylong does suck. Quite a bit.
Or doesn't it make you not suck?
Yeah, it
Could
makes
make
you
so.
stop breathing.
But
But yes, I need to go back over there in a few hours. So can we not get another scuttle? I'd rather not.
I wouldn't mind putting this armor through its paces, but suppose it's best not to fight if we don't have to.
If you're gonna do that without me.
You're no fun.
I just took you to a fun part of town, and you say I don't do anything for you.
Well, that's fair. You're a little fun, at least.
More fun than Azric. Think about it. Who goes and takes you around to perform? I don't see anyone else doing that.
I mean, you feed me strange things and... I'm not positive you don't look into my stuff while I'm sleeping, but...
You
It's
don't need to
true.
be positive. I did look through your stuff while you were sleeping, but I've had a change of heart. There's nothing interesting in there anyways. Your diary could be written better. Your penmanship's quite lacking.
Darian just pouts a bit.
Penmanship is fine.
Yes, because the entry on the 10th of this month was very legible.
Yep.
Oh. Why?
Enough of that. What's the plan? What are we doing next?
Well, Captain,
Well, to the Triarch Hall. See if maybe we can get a little more answers.
Not gonna kill the cleric guy, are we? I don't.
As of this moment, it's up in the air. Depends on his own attitude. Or the answers we get from the Triarchs themselves. We won't just go in expecting to murder him, but we need to understand that he may or may not be working behind the scenes.
Feel like a straight up fight in the Triarch's chambers is not a good idea, but
No, it's not. We would have to have undeniable proof in order to kill a cleric there.
And walk out
Otherwise, the
alive.
Triarchs are most likely going to side with him regardless. But
it's
if we get proof, they'll side with us.
And I don't know about any of you, but I can't yet remedy death.
if your tale of some magic's powerful enough to. Well, I mean, we've seen it in action. Magic's powerful enough, but I don't think any of us.
Well, if he dies, I can still talk to you.
I.
that is true. That's
Yes, the most conversationalist of us all is going to talk to us. I think I've heard her say 3 words in the last 24 hours.
The most
I mean-
conversationalist.
The most conversationalist.
It does make me feel better, actually.
Well, I thought you're not going to be
Anyhow.
talked to.
Doesn't matter. We have an investigation to do, don't we?
Yes, but it can
Alright.
also stop talking to you and make your wish come true without death.
Don't. No.
In this entire conversation, is Darian trying to move himself in ways that show off his new armor?
I mean, he has been doing that. He's still. The novelty has very much not worn off.
Yeah, of course.
And it's nowhere close to wearing off yet, so.
And Darian, if you like your suit of armor or your new armor so much, stop flaunting it about like a mating animal before you get it taken from you. It's one quick way to get your throat slit and everything you own stolen.
Someone can try and slit my throat in broad daylight surrounded by me crew, but
Yes, and I'd probably sit there and laugh
Fine.
because I warned you
Fine.
against it.
fine.
I'll put the hood up and just. Adjust my face covering. Still
There.
subtly appreciating the armor.
Of course. As you guys begin walking towards the Triarch Hall, the path narrows into a stony, upward set of stairs, and then into a dark stone road way up above, carved directly from the basalt beneath Delphang. The errant lanterns that were on the streets down in the lower portion of the city are replaced by low burning braziers, flames flickering orange through drifting ash. And the city gets quieter up here with each of your steps. Moving through, you see the pedestrian fare seems less ramshackled here in this section of the city. I think that is the best way to put that. As you guys begin entering into the furnace steps, one of the nicer areas within Delphang, if you could call any of the areas that nice. But as you move closer and closer, the ridge rises in front of you like a colossal monolith, its jagged surface always ever present. Standing at the base of the ridge, shadowing the northern flank of this building, you see the Triarch Hall, a manor-like fortress almost of dark basalt towering over every other structure in Delphang. The massive pillars carved from black stone flank its entrance, each etched with curling motifs of waves and flame and falling embers. And the hall's roofs slope sharply, resembling the upturned hull of a large ship almost, and dim crimson lanterns kept perpetually lit illuminate the stairway leading to its heavy doors. Unlike the rest of Zahin's Landing and Delphang, battered by time and storms, the Triarch Hall stands almost unyielding, like it is the ridge itself. And has Rick ever been inside of the Triarch Hall, or has he only seen it from the outside?
I've most likely been inside once or twice.
Yeah, so it is a massive building. Here, it might take a minute for this to load for you guys because it is a very, very large.
Some would say the biggest.
The biggest in Delphang, some would say. Other than the lighthouse. The lighthouse is bigger.
I bet it is.
So, this building is massive before you all. You see a great stone emblem hanging above the doorway with 3 interlocking peaks, the symbol of Delphang's Triarch, each peak carved from a different material. And as you approach the threshold, you feel this quiet authority almost permeating the area around it. It does not simply house the ruling faction of Delphang, but it is Delphang's spine, and it is what holds Delphang together in times of ill. The anchor that keeps the city from sliding into the ash that makes up the rest of Zahin's Landing. So, we will cut there. We appreciate anyone who listened, and we will pick up next time. We love you all. Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, I was kind of muted. I kind of forgot I muted myself. Well, you see, the night is good, but the good is not night.
Night is very good.
All right. Good night, everybody.